Yeah, see, Norman is so weavy here. Like the hind legs of a donkey, this. Hello everybody, welcome along to another early start. Why is it an early start? Well, this little lady decided that some cats fighting outside in the street meant that she had to get up and wake the whole household up to go and investigate. But we'll forgive her that because of that lovely face. But it means there's another early start, another race before work. 7:30 in the morning, we've got a GT4 race here at Brands Hatch. Now, we've had a couple of race wins, and the last two races that we've done, we won in the fixed Ferrari, one in the MX-5s. So we'll do something a bit different this time. Let's start from the back. Let's not bother qualifying. Big field of GT4s, and we'll work our way through. Hopefully, we can get into the top half, maybe even top 10, perhaps even gain some iRating. But whatever is going to be a challenge, and stick with it, because there's a lot that happens in this race, and even right at the end, where someone claims that they might be reporting me. Let's get to it. So here we are on the qualifying screen, and because we're not going to bother qualifying, there's a ready to race button. If I didn't click that, then it would wait the full 8 minutes to see if I'm going to complete a lap. But by clicking ready to race, fingers crossed this isn't the worst decision ever. Really end your qualifying run? Yes. There we go. So I have a checkered flag next to my name. That's me saying, I'm done. I'm ready for the race. Well, there we go. That's the end of qualifying. A few people didn't get a lap in or decided not to qualify. So we're P20 out of 23. Let's see what we can do from here. Okay, if we finish where we are right now, we'll lose 101 iRating. So let's hope that we do move forward and get to the point where we don't lose too many. But this is quite an interesting race, this.
Follow car number 20 in the right lane.
Okay, it's a full pace lap here at Brands Hatch, which will take us a couple of minutes to do behind a pace car. So we'll come back when we're about to go. Okay, we're starting to bunch up now with a few corners to go at the end of the lap. And I've had fun behind this guy in front of me. He doesn't seem too keen to keep up with the pack. He's quite happy to be at the back. But we cannot overtake him because he's in our column, our left-hand side of the grid, until we see the green light. Hopefully he will get a bit of a jump on the start, but we'll see. He's quite cautious. Yeah, because I can see everyone's gone ahead and he's just not getting on the power.
Go.
That gap's going to disappear. Okay, where are these guys going to break? No. I do not want to be in the middle there. Right, he's gone off. Oh. Okay, so that guy's still on my inside. I'll try and go around the outside of him, give him plenty of room. He's got up my inside, but not too worried about that. Another spinner. You stay where you are. Early on the brakes here. I do not want mistakes. Clash behind. Right, so I'm not sure what position we're in now. Won't refresh until we get to the start-finish line. But I think we might have made up 1 or 2 positions there. And we're now going to hunt a BMW and a Mercedes of Matthew.
Good start.
Now, Matthew is a 2.7k driver who had a couple of incident points in qualifying, so didn't get a clean lap in. Is probably keen to get going. I'm going to take my time here. It's first lap. It's not a very nice comment at the top there, so sorry about that. I'll try and block that out. At the top of the screen, people can put a chat up there. If he's managed to type that whilst driving, so very well. Maybe he's off, or maybe he's got a button mapped as another guy off. Oh, nearly collected me as he bounced off the barrier. Right, let's stick with Matthew then. Same kind of iRating as me. 2.7k. I want him to know I'm not going to pressure him. Unless he's really slow. Which I doubt. Let's try and catch these people in front. So Dominique is the person in front of him. So again, nice and early on the brakes.
There's an incident in Druids.
Of course
Looks
there is.
like Turner. Yellow flag. 15th place.
Okay, he's on the right hand side there, so that's another position. Again, early on the brakes. All we're doing is surviving at this point. We know the leaders are going to be running away, but we're not worried about that. Inside this McLaren. Sorry, mate. As people keep fighting and knocking each other off, we're making up positions. So, 15th at the end of lap 1. Thing, when you're in these single split races, you don't really have to drive fast, you just have to stay safe and you'll do alright. I say now, you watch later on in the race when I make a massive mistake and ruin it. Okay, Rene behind me is being sensible, 0.4 behind, but the same gap as it is from me to the BMW in front.
The leader has just done a 129.92.
I did a 29.6 in practice, so we know we can do that kind of pace when the tyres warm up.
P13.
P13 now, okay Jim. Not sure if that's right, I'll have a look at my standings in a second. Sometimes Jim can get a little bit wrong. Yeah, 13 over the line.
There's an incident in Graham Hill Bend. You think it might be
there's this
Johnson.
bend.
Yellow flag.
Where is he? He's over on the right. Okay, you stay over there, mate. Matthew's going to have a look at this Aston, is he? We'll stay out of this. We want no part of this. Try and get a good exit. Matthew's run a bit wide. Not sure if I'm going to have to nip past Matthew or not here. I'll back out. I'll back out. Oh. Me searching for fourth gear there and it wasn't ready to give it to me. Okay, we're still on 0x, 0 instant points. That's quite good. Matthew's just pushing too hard, but he's off. Okay, sorry Matthew. I'll have to just pass you there then, mate. Right, so Ed Kreitenberg next. See how we do against Ed.
The leader's just done a 129.48.
Okay, the Aston behind spun. I was going to say he's made a mistake. He ran a bit wide. Very unforgiving here at Brands Hatch. Very unforgiving. Strange line by that Aston.
P11.
We're not going to make any lunges or anything. We're just going to cruise up behind him. He might make a mistake we don't want to get involved in. He's run a little bit wide there, which I think he did on the previous lap, because I remember thinking Matthew was going to have a go at him. Whoa, careful, mate. So I have got his inside here. Very gentle on the brakes to make sure I don't lock a wheel. And that's another one dispatched. I think that puts us in the top 10, because I think Ed was 10th over the line. Right, so there we go, top 10 at the moment. Who's next? Right, Dominique. Right, what sort of lap times are they doing?
The gap behind is now 0.9.
We're not sure because they've been behind the Mercedes in front of them. Oh, a bit of blinking from Dominique. So again, just going to cruise up, hit my marks,
Okay, Damo.
see if they make a mistake. Glenn in front just went a bit wide there.
Tenth position. That's your best lap in this session.
Right, now right on their tail. So there's no point in having a lunge. But filling their wing mirrors with McLaren is a good way to kind of distract them. It's all about the exit here. If I can get a good exit. Mind you, they've hit the apex nicely there. They've got a good exit. I've got a little bit of a toe, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. We'll have to see when we get there. They've gone defensive, or have they? Oh, no, they've opened up the inside. Whoa! You can't then swing back, mate. I'm on the inside now. He's backed off. Or she, sorry. Not sure of Dominique.
Come on, Damo. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
So that's another position. I did get an off track for that manoeuvre, though. Ah! So that's 1x. 1 incident point so far. Right, let's hunt this person down. So who was this? Glenn Weston. Okay, Glenn. So this will put us in P8. Now they ran wide at this corner on the last lap. They didn't do it this time. Okay. Okay, again, not going to do anything silly. Just drive behind. Keep up the pace. See how they respond. They're quite deep on the brakes there into paddock.
That was a 131, 122.
Got a bit of a run here into Druid, so we'll go on the outside. Oh, it's covered the outside, okay. Bit of an Aston Martin kind of paint job on that Mercedes, so I'll hit that apex nicely. Run a bit wide, but that's okay at Brands. There's some grasscrete over on the exit of Graham Hill there. A bit early on the brakes. I mean, unfairly early on the brakes there, but they were really early. Right, we've got a bit of a run. We might even be too close to them. So they're going left and backing off. Thanks, man. Thanks. That's nice of them.
Move, mate.
Well, that wasn't really a nice move, mate. It was a very generous move from Glenn. I didn't do anything. Ooh, running a bit wide there. Managed to get it back on before I got an instant point. No. So Joris next. Let's hunt Joris down. The race is now starting to get settled, so people are going to make fewer mistakes. Tyres are warmed up. People have got into the rhythm, got into their flow. There's less battling. So Joris is 4.2 ahead.
Sterling's Bend. Looks like it's Weston.
Sorry, Weston, to hear that. Not sure what's happened to him. Oh, he's gone. I didn't see what happened, but we'll have a look back on the replay after the race at everyone's instant points.
Alright, Damo, you're reeling. Ooms. In. The gap's now 3.9 seconds.
Okay, 3.9. Or a bit of P8. That's not too bad, is it? P8 would actually give us 2 iRating. Okay, so we're in positive iRating. Let's try and catch Ooms. There's a bit of a gap in front of him, so this might be our last mission for this race, is just get in front of Joris Ooms. It's a long old race, but there's never enough laps when you're doing a start from the back challenge.
Don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
20 minutes to go.
The gap to forward behind is now 2.2.
Okay, while I'm chasing this guy down and it's a bit of a lull, my shout out for this time is Toby Trice. Now, Toby is a race driver in real life. He also races on sims occasionally. He has a YouTube channel which is more about his work in the real world of racing. And the reason I'm shouting out Toby is this corner in particular I'm coming up to now always reminds me of him. Because on his debut in the Ginetta Academy, there were 3 races at Brands and he won all 3. Which is fantastic. Start of a new championship, he won all 3 races. And he made a fantastic move at the final corner to take that final win. I'll leave a link to his YouTube in the comments or in the description. But check him out, check his charity work as well. He does a lot of work for fertility awareness. And he's just a generally really nice chap. Right, gonna knuckle down now, because talking about Toby is maybe a bit slower. Maybe it's the Toby Trice effect, I don't know. Oh no, I've run wide there, haven't I? Okay, knuckle down and see if we can get Joris. Gap is currently 3.1. Try and chip away at that. If we can make Joris start to look in his mirrors and wonder what I'm doing, look at his relative. Oh, that's not going to help. Very easy to spin there, so you just got to be very gentle on the pedals if you go off there.
Okay, Damo, we've just cut the track.
Alright, that's not going to help. Yeah, if we can make Joris look in his mirrors and wonder what we're doing, then hopefully they're going to make mistakes. So, like I just did. Right, let's set a decent lap here. Get back on their radar.
The gap to Ooms in front is now 3.9.
A little bit of traction control kicking in there, didn't really want that. In this McLaren there are 3 settings for your traction control. And this is the one with the least interference, is the track mode. It still kicks in though, so you can't turn it off completely. Okay, I've just noticed that the people behind are sort of catching me because of that mistake on the last lap. So I need to focus on actually getting some lap time here. Okay, got the gap in front back down to under 3 seconds. And it's a McLaren, so like for like battle here. McLaren in front, McLaren behind.
Your last lap time was at 1:30.55.
Actually went down to 3rd gear there just to try and get the car to turn in a bit. That felt a bit nice around there. It's all about the exit of this one, remember? Because this is a long straight here, and the speed you carry at the exit of that corner helps you all the way down this straight. Once you've got on the power, you don't want to have to lift off again. Okay, a bit of a blink from Joris there. He wasn't actually jumping in the air. That was his internet connection being a bit unstable.
The car in front is Ooms. We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel. Yellow flag.
Okay, there's a yellow flag. There's a bit of bodywork over there on the right. Obviously we're catching Peter Ryan fairly quickly. Is he going to come into the pits? No, 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 no. Oh, I thought he was going to retire on the left-hand side.
We think it might be Ryan.
That was a bit of a rush.
Yeah, sorry, no, I've got no steering.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I shouldn't have really gone on the right-hand side of you there. That was another position. I perhaps could have preempted that he was going to go into pits. Perhaps a bit silly for me to go that side. But when he's off on the outside on the left, you think, I'm going to go right. So, tricky situation, that. I wonder whether Peter was one of the racers that we raced in the fixed Ferrari a few races ago. I'm not sure. Peter Ryan too. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, that puts us up 7th.
The gap to Ooms ahead is now 1.9 seconds.
Cost us a little bit trying to negotiate Peter, but we're still hunting Ooms. That's going to be enough track, is it? No, I've got away with that. Gap 1.7. Turn in. Oh dear. Car, the front end just didn't want to get in. I'm not blaming the car, that was me. I perhaps didn't have enough brake on to keep the weight on the front of the car. far be it from me to criticise a race car from McLaren. I think they know what they're doing.
You're a second off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.25 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
So Jim reminding me that I'm slow everywhere.
You've used half your fuel.
Okay. How many minutes of the race is left? 12, so that's okay. Well, 12 until the time technically runs out, but if the leader crosses the start-finish line just before that, obviously we'll do a whole extra lap. So it could be more like 14 minutes to go. Right, anyway, 1.1 to Joris now, very close to being in the tow. This part of Brands Hatch always feels like you're out in the woods. Ah, another instant point. In between the trees. This part of the track isn't used very often in real life. Okay, car number 11. 1.8k driver. Let's hunt him down. Okay, there's some people in the pits. Hopefully they're not going to just launch in front of us. I don't know why I do that to look over the pit wall, because it's not really there. It's on my screen.
That lap time was 1:30.95.
Okay, we're right in their mirrors now. Steve's not far behind though, so I don't want this battle to hold me up and bring Stu into play. .5, so we're definitely getting a tow off this McLaren now. But as always, not going to make any silly moves. We're just going to keep it sensible. See if we can make them make a mistake. Oh, Glenn's disconnected. That's a shame. It was a good battle earlier.
The leader has just done a 1:29.24.
The thing is, if Joris drives on the racing line, there's not really a lot I can do to get past.
Okay, Damo, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. P7.
Okay. Let him know that I do want past with that little fake on the inside. Ah, I've missed that. Messed that apex up. Right, exit this corner and a good run. Maybe that'll do it. Nice and early on the power. Seems like I've got on the power earlier than Joris. Which way are you going, Joris? See, I've got no tow by being next to him, but I might still be able to get the job done. Yes.
The gap is now 2.0.
Joris lifted off there, knowing that they were beaten. That's another position. Okay, 10 seconds to Kim. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that up. So let's just hit our marks and hope for the best. You never know what's going to happen up ahead, either with incidents. Suddenly someone might drop into range. But we're a second ahead of Joris now, so that means hopefully they're not going to get a tow off me down the straights. 0.8 though, so they've made up a bit of time there. Ah, it's because they ran a bit quick into that corner, so 0.9.
Alright, Damo, that's good consistency. Keep it up. P6. You've just done
P6.
a 1:31.12.
Right, you're always just 1.1 behind. .2, so they're not going to get much of a tow, if anything. 9.3 to Kim, okay. It ain't over, Kim, come on. 7 minutes to go. That's a big ask, isn't it, to make up 9 seconds in 7 minutes. Whew.
The gap ahead is now 9.3.
Leaning into corners. Sorry if that's disturbing on camera because leaning towards the camera. I don't know why I do it. Just a habit. It works for me. Right, that's the gap, 9.1. Okie dokie. P6, that's alright, isn't it? One more would be a top 5.
30.15.
.8 the gap now.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Okay, we're up on the delta, which is nice.
Just past where I left here.
Thank you.
Yep, it's now 8.1. I think I'm just going to run out of laps here. Putting out roughly a second a lap, maybe a little bit less. Not going to be enough time, is there? Like I say, we'll keep the pressure on. If we can get Cam looking in the rearview mirror. You never know what will happen. Taking the eye off the ball. Looking backwards rather than forwards. .6 the gap now.
Okay, Damo, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Yeah,
Stay
7
focused.
seconds in
We're
5
still in
minutes.
this.
Don't know about that. Need Kim to make a mistake. They're not battling with Norman in front. Although that's for the first time I actually saw the car go around the corner in front. I can see my prey. Doesn't make me drive faster though.
Gaining on the guy in front. The
Good,
gap
good.
is 7.5 seconds.
Not the best exit to that corner. Lost a couple of tenths there. Once you lose time, you can't then try and just make it up by doing something different. If you could just make up time that you've lost by doing something different and do the different thing every lap, it doesn't work like that. So if you lose a couple of attempts, don't think, I've got to make it up, straight away, because that's gone. You can't get it back. Just drive how you know you're quickest, and you won't lose any more. Chasing time is just, that's for practice sessions.
The gap to Ooms behind is now 4.5.
Three minutes of the race left. Not sure how many laps there are going to be, so I put an extra lap of fuel on board in case the leader manages to cross the start-finish line before the end of 20 laps, because that'll be 21 lap race then. Actually, if that happens, if they manage to do that, maybe other people will run out of fuel and I won't. So, quite handy if it does go the extra lap. Also depends how much fuel they've got on board, because they might be thinking they don't want to do the extra lap. Yeah, not really gaining on Kim now. I'm sort of settled, bringing it home.
That lap was at 130.72.
Well, 30.7 is not fantastic, is it? The sun's going in, means the track temperature might be going down a little bit. If so, there might be a little bit more grip to be had and get around here a little bit quicker. More chance of that leader crossing over onto lap 21.
2 minutes.
Thank you, Pete.
Don't know what my line was there. Yeah, that was a bit of a silly line into that corner, Damien.
No worries on that.
We think P4's gone off in Sheen.
Well, that sounds good. I'm sure they've got back on though before I get there.
Okay, Damo.
P4 was quite far ahead.
5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yeah, Norman is now 5.5 seconds ahead. If they're damaged, we might catch them. If not, I don't think we will. .4. What would be quite good if those two actually have a battle.
You've just done a 130.82.
This is lap 20 and it hasn't given me the white flag, so maybe there will be 21 laps. Unless I've missed the white flag and I can't see it on my screen. So patient around there. Only 3 seconds to Norman now. Are they damaged? Weaving down the straight. Perhaps trying to get a feel for the car. If this isn't the final lap, then we may be able to have a chance on the final lap.
P6.
Gap's now 2 seconds. .7. They're still weaving along. Are they going to pit? Or what's going on here? They've decided to carry on. Right, now we get the white flag. So there's one more lap to go. We might have a chance of a top 5 here if we can catch and pass Norman, but with all that weaving going on, might be a bit risky.
Your lap times are dropping off. Come on, stay focused. We're running on fumes, mate.
It's all good, Jim. It's all good. We only got 1 lap to go, mate. Oh, I'm driving like a moron now, aren't I? My chance to get a P5, and I'm starting to drive like a newbie. I was really leaning around that corner, almost out of my seat. Yeah, see, Norman is so weavy here. Like the hind legs of a donkey, this. I'm definitely quicker. He must know that I'm coming past. Is he defending, really? What the hell? 0x. I didn't touch him.
P6 has gone off in Sheen. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Mate, if you're driving along weaving like that, I didn't touch. I got 0x, turned into a 4x.
Incident in Paddock Hill.
I didn't want 5th place like that, but what can you do? Why was he defending? So, I don't want it to end on a sour note. I really did not want to hit that guy. I didn't think I hit him. I think there was netcode in there, and it's such a shame. But we'll have a look at
and there's the
that
finish.
incident.
Good result, mate. Well done.
And all the other incidents. Everyone's X's. Now. Okay, so Norman's come on here and said, congrats, that's your report. He obviously feels that that was firmly my fault. But we'll have a look, see what you guys think. If I get reported, I get reported. There's not a lot I can do. We'll have a look at the incident here. So, go in slow motion here. Get rid of that. So, coming into this corner. I then try and go on the outside. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't deliberate. But that was me. That was me. He was weaving about everywhere. There's not a lot I could do. But it was me. Okay, I don't want to dwell on it too much. But we'll have a look again from what I saw on board. This car weaving around. And as we said during the race, we just wanted to keep out of trouble. Sneak past this person. Thought there was a gap on the inside. It wasn't there, so I'll go to the outside. Well, I say make of it what you will. I'm not sure what else I could have done. I just needed to just sneak past him. He was weaving around, but hey. Please, please let me know in the comments what you think. I'd like to hear both sides of the story if possible. So, look forward to that. Okay, so this is the start of the race. We'll have a look at everyone else's incident points. So, we'll skip up to the first incident. And that's just a tap. Into turn 1. Often happens. We a beneficiary of that. Maybe they've quit there. It's not sure what that's all about. Next incident. So this is at Druids. What's going on here? Just a spin. Oh, yeah. And they went off to the side. Did they hit anybody? No. Cool. Next incident. Same one again. Oh, yeah. Not enough room for both of you around there. And he keeps hitting him. Just staying on the throttle. Pushing his way through. There's a car in the way. Oh, and he's blinking as well. Oh, dear. Oh, and then someone spins onto the scene. Okay, this is back around the tree-lined edge of the circuit. Yeah, the back end just gets away. Cold tyres. Oh, they do nearly collect me there. That was a bit close. And this is coming into turn 1. Oh, just binned it on the exit of Paddock Hill. Oh, your car's doing all sorts of things there. Car number 3 as well. Ouch. Okay, what's this? Coming into Graham Hill. And again, that Mercedes, once Mercedes starts to go, it's quite hard to hold. Oh. And reverses. Thank God they didn't just drive back onto the track. Oh, and it's glitching. There we go. Okay, so this is someone just running wide. Ah, this was the person that we were chasing. Stuck behind for a bit. Easily done at Brands Hatch. Easily done. Okay, next one. Aston Martin running wide. This is behind us. Yep. Oh, ouch. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Are they going to go into the pits? Are they going to take this opportunity to go into the pit? I think they're just going to sit there for a while. Maybe the engine's just gone. Are they thinking about reversing onto the track? What's your plan here, number 18? The pit lane is right there. We can all see it. And they've just given up. Oh, they've towed. Okay. Okay. Maybe the engine had gone. So this is car number 20, which I think was quite the cautious guy we were with at the start of the race. Yeah, just spun it into that corner. Same guy. Yeah, a little bit of grass on the exit. Tries to hold it down the straight. Once the car goes, not a lot you're going to do there, mate. Unfortunate. Next. Mercedes just running wide. A lot of these incidents seem to happen just behind me. Okay. Okay, what's this Aston doing? Oh, their nemesis corner. So, like the first lap, out of Druids, and now they've lost the front of their car. McLaren, I think we might have seen this car before on the Daytona race. Is that just blinking? Might have just been blinking. Okay. What's going on here? Mercedes, just too much power on the exit. So hard to control. Looks like a silly mistake, but it's not that. It's actually really hard to control. So that's the car number 6 as well. Okay, this Aston again. Very deep into Druids. That car's not going to stop. Well, it will stop. But not on the track. And I think his wheels all bent out. Okay, another Mercedes. Is just the back end going to go? Or is that just running wide? Blinking. Just blinking. Not worried about people blinking. McLaren. Blinking again. Yeah, some dodgy internet. Okay, what's this Mercedes going to do? Is it just another blink? Yep, another blink. Not interested in that. McLaren, there's a car. I can hear a car coming behind. And a blink again. Yeah. Bad internet. Bad internet. Running wide. Swaps ends. Car number 9. Just clipped the barrier. Oh, lets it roll across the track, which is often a silly move, but okay. And just gets it back on track. Same car. Bit damaged. Okay, this is where, right, I then come along and take him out. Yep. And he wants to report me. He can report me if he wants, but, I mean, that car was just, it should have been towed. Absolutely should have been towed. I wanted to get past cleanly. You could hear from a commentary that I did not want to make a silly move or anything. I just had to drive past him and the car was just weaving. Anyway, enough excuses from me. I'll let you guys make up your own minds about it. So, do feel sorry for him though. Maybe should have pitted, but... And that's the end of the race. Okay, here are the results from that eventful race. So at the end of it, after 21 laps, we lost a bit of safety rating. I mean, the incident at the end was probably the cause of that. We had 7 incident points overall. The 0x turned into a 4 when he hit the wall. So, lost a bit of safety rating, but we gained iRating. So, finished P5, managed to gain 28 iRating. Finishing P5 is quite good when there's a field of 23. We started P20. The leader was a 5k driver. He gained 25. Yeah, not too bad. Incidentally, Norman managed to get a top 10, still gained a couple of iRating. So, still managed to salvage something. But an eventful race, not a bad result. Shame about the safety rating. Okay, we'll move on. Well, there we go. Another eventful race, as it's always going to be when you start from the back, especially at Brands Hatch. So if you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you've enjoyed me work my way up through the field, then please leave a like. Hopefully, there won't be anything that comes of that report. If he does report me, I don't know if there's enough there for me to get a penalty. If I do, I'll just take it on the chin. Learn for next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And when you subscribe, you'll find in your settings that there's a notifications bell as well, which should, in theory, tell you when I go live or put a video out there. Leave a comment as well about what you thought about the race, about the incident or the other instance, because I love seeing the comments coming in. I love to be able to reply to those as well. Shout out, of course, for Toby, so I'll leave that link in the description. But until next time, the next race, which will hopefully be as eventful as this one, take care, and I'll see you next time.